That's the question, why we are in Brisbane in hotel quarantine. Friends, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video is very bittersweet because him and I are off to Brisbane. So yeah, kind of big news. Probably no one really is expecting this, potentially, on the channel. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Anyway, as you can tell right now, we're in flight. Here's a really quick airport edit. So yeah, it is very bittersweet. Obviously we're off to Brisbane right now, and for anyone that is not currently aware, in Australia there are still water requirements going from Victoria, which is where we have been living the past few years, up to Queensland. This is going to probably be a first vlog from the hotel, and there'll probably be a second vlog from the hotel quarantine as well. We'll see how we go. You guys will come with us, we'll see how we survive. But this is dinner right now. It's apricot chicken with some broccoli, mashed potatoes, cheese and crackers, ginger beer. Em has a vegetarian option. I'm not sure exactly what that is. This is going to be our dinner. Obviously at the hotel they provide all the food and stuff as well. So I don't know how this food is obviously going to compare to what we're going to get in the hotel, because yes, at the hotel they will provide all our meals, all that stuff. Might be our last like good meal for 2 weeks. Maybe not. Maybe the food's going to be awesome. We'll find out.
I don't have to plan it. I can go change my fate. You won't understand it. All alone, that's okay. People I can't stand them. They don't want me to change. Keep me.
So Em and I have just been processed by the police, and we've been given this orange sticker, which basically means that we are going to hotel quarantine. I haven't said enough this video, but we're in like this little holding area, I suppose, under police guard with everyone else from our flight that is obviously off to hotel quarantine as well. So we'll see how long this takes. So now that the police have processed everyone from our flight, yes, we're all under police escort to go pick up our bags. There's probably about 4 or 5 cops right now, just to make sure, and obviously no one strays away from the group and doesn't go into quarantine. But our bags have been sitting around the carousel obviously for a while, and now they're actually taking us in groups to get onto the bus and load our bags. Em and I are kind of in the last group here, but it doesn't matter, nowhere to really be. So we've just made it to the hotel, still on the bus obviously as you can see, but they're now taking us off one by one inside to then be processed and get allocated a room. But another police officer just gave us a mask direction, meaning we can't leave our room, you know, to open the door to get food and stuff without wearing a mask. And we've just walked into this... Serious? So for some reason we've just tried to, well, Em's gone to open the door and there's a guy in there actually having his dinner already. So someone already is in the room they've just allocated us. They've called downstairs and they've now taken us back downstairs to give us another room. So take 2. Here we are, trying again.
Hopefully we don't walk into somebody eating dinner again.
Here we go, fingers crossed no one's in this room. No one? So that's it, we finally made it to the hotel after getting off the flight. Honestly, this whole thing's taken about 2 hours, realistically. By the time we got off the flight, going through that whole process, sitting around waiting, took about 2 hours. There's still a lot to run you through, obviously, in this video about what's going on exactly. We're gonna have plenty of time to do that in this hotel for 2 weeks now, but I would thought, let's show you guys what our living situation is literally gonna be like for the next 2 weeks. So we walk in, we have like a little hallway here. Then there's some cupboards here, which obviously we'll probably put a few clothes in, try and make it feel like home. On the left, we have the bathroom. Awesome that we have like a separate tub or bathtub or basin. It's actually really nice. And the shower, it's like a standalone shower sitting in the toilet. So it's actually really nice to have like a standalone shower and a separate bathtub, you know what I mean? Staying in a lot of crew hotels, Em and I, on various trips that we've gone on very often, you have like the tub and then the shower obviously right at the tub. So it's actually really nice. It looks pretty spacious, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks good size.
Then we come out here. I just saw this thing because downstairs the cop gave us a direction, like each. We had to like...
a mask direction.
Yeah, like basically saying if you open that door without wearing a mask, $200 fine. Bang, thanks for coming. Have a good one. On top of the $4,000 you have to pay to stay at this hotel for 2 weeks. Anyway, then we come in and... probably what you'd expect from a pretty standard king size room. I mean, it feels fairly spacious right now. I don't know what it'll feel like in 2 weeks, but a king bed,
It's not tiny. It's not like a shoebox.
Nah.
Like it's actually like if we wanted to just do some laps, we could. Why am I doing this on day 1?
Day 0, night
Go nuts.
1. You're already doing laps in the room.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, we could always move the couch over and, yeah, you guys will see what we get up to. Obviously, you know, exercise band and stuff, you know, because #health. But we have a TV, a kettle, some glasses, wine glasses, even though we currently have no alcohol. We'll see how we go. When we were downstairs, the dude was like, if you need any alcohol delivered to your room, we know places, obviously, that do that. And then a mini fridge, nothing in it but milk.
We might get like a Woolies delivery and get some fresh food and like salad and stuff and put it in the fridge. So we don't have a microwave, but at least we can have cold stuff.
Did you write day 1?
Yeah. Every day I'm gonna write which day it is.
Day 1 already.
Day 0
We
actually.
have a quarantine wellness kit. Activities to help add some joy to your day and care for your well-being when in COVID-19 quarantine. It's actually a pretty good idea. I mean, shout out to like all the staff here. The nurse, the health staff, cops and everyone, they've all been really, really nice. They haven't accommodated anything yet, but they all sound very accommodating. They know obviously no one is going to enjoy 2 weeks in a hotel room. I don't know how quickly the novelty is going to wear off of this whole thing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that throughout this, the direction within Queensland actually changes to home quarantine. And I did ask them if that happens, obviously, then we can actually move to home quarantine, which would be nice, just to settle into house. Obviously here in Brisbane. It doesn't really feel like we're in Brisbane yet, to be honest. The room tour has taken a slight detour, but it doesn't really feel like we're...
Just feels like we're on like an overnight or something.
Yeah.
We're not allowed out.
Yeah. Anyway, we have some bottles of water, which is nice. Dinner's going to be here in apparently about half an hour. It's currently 8:15 here in Brisbane.
And we landed at like what? 6? No, 5.
5:10. I said 2 hours before. It's taken 3 hours to get through this whole process. Plus we have to adjust the 1 hour time zone between obviously Victoria and Queensland.
It's 1 hour.
I'm going to have to get used to that.
It's 1 hour.
Anyway, we have a couch. Unfortunately, no balcony. I did, of course, ask if there's any chance of balcony. And just here in Brisbane, she said that no places have balconies. If we went to Gold Coast, we probably would have got a balcony, to be honest. But I'm going to say the room may or may not have been as nice.
Yeah, I think these ones in the city are nicer than...
I mean, to be honest,
It's a nice room.
it is a nice room. That's the current view here at night. You guys can't see it too well because of the reflection. I don't know the exact location we are right now. So anyway, that's the room. This couch is pretty comfortable, to be totally honest. Yeah, like we're very lucky to be here, to be honest with you. Obviously, it would be awesome if we had a balcony. It's not the end of the world. I think we both said we'd much prefer a nicer room rather than having a balcony. It would be nice to have a dining table.
Here we are. Now we're going to read this.
It was a little adventure to get to this point, basically.
Yeah.
More than a little adventure.
They do daily welfare calls to your room.
Obviously we don't smoke, but there was a guy on the bus that like as soon as we pulled up in front of the hotel, he was like, 'cause they told us to obviously wait on the bus. They take us off one by one from the bus to actually go check in and get your room key and then head up to your room. But yeah, as soon as we like stopped out the front of the hotel, a guy that was sitting at the back of the bus like walked straight to the front, was like, I'm having a smoke outside, I need it, and I'm hanging. And like the cops were like, no, get back on the bus, sit down, you can't smoke. You can't stop between now and obviously checking into your room and having a smoke, and even in the room you can't smoke. And the guy was like cutting sick, to be honest.
Yeah, he was really fired up about it.
Yeah, but apparently like they used to have like fresh air breaks, but now they don't. I did ask them about it just because of the Delta variant. Things and health have changed their mind on that. So it is what it is. This is a long clip. We'll see you at dinner for day 0.
Oh, this is day 0, she said, because day 1 is when we get our test and start our 14 days.
Oh yeah, we get our first test tomorrow.
Breakfast service is from 7:30 a.m. Lunch service is from 12. Dinner service 5:30.
We'll see you at dinner. I received the Hydrogun package, and after using it for a while now, I can definitely recommend this one. It is super quiet, so even while you're watching TV, you're not going to have any issues using it. It has enough force to push deep into the muscles to aid in your recovery. And on top of that, the battery life is 3 to 6 hours, so it's good to go for a week, even if you're only using the gun for 15 minutes a day. They're also having a Black Friday sale, and on top of that, I have a discount code for you guys, so if you guys want to check them out, there's a link in my description box down below.
Okay, so this is day 0. Let's see what we got for dinner. We have one pescatarian, fish, like some little potato gems, looks like a bean salad, some veg. It's just a standard meat option, I think. So Nick got... Is that fish? Is that the same thing? Yeah. Cool.
Maybe the menu tonight for everyone is fish and chips.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
We got 2 cans of soft drink. We got a plain salt and vinegar chip, 2 bottles of water, some dessert, slice of some sort, Freddo, some fruit, some more of the same, some masks, some sauce, and some cutlery. Number 1 tip from day 0 of hotel quarantine: bring your own pillows, and you're going to be sleeping on that for 14 days. We brought ours and our own pillowcases. At least we'll be able to have a good sleep. So that would be my tip.
So that was night 1, day 0. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they'll explain it all a bit more tomorrow. But that was night 1 of dinner anyway. To be honest, I'll probably give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10. It was good. Like, I'm pretty full. And it's actually a decent amount of food, honestly. It was more than I was expecting, that's for sure. I'm guessing everyone got fish and chips, which is why obviously Em's pescatarian, which fish, not chips. Tater tot things. Could be a lot worse. I've seen a lot of hotel quarantine meals and food and stuff. And yeah, it's not good. But let's see what the first breakfast is like. Good morning from day 1. First of all, we have a menu for the full day on here, which is actually nice to know what's coming rather than a surprise every time. And on the back, there's like a crossword. Yeah, it's not a crossword, it's Sudoku. And then they have a QR code for the TV guide. But let's have a look. Breakfast. So this is mine. This is like obviously the meat option. So we got an omelette with bacon, some sausage, hash brown, tomato. Em has a veggie option, pescatarian. Basically the same, no bacon, and she has like this corn mash thing. We have a juice each, apple and mandarin, yogurt each, and lastly we have a fruit salad each. To be fair, it's a decent amount of food, so I can't really complain with that. First night's sleep was pretty good. Obviously bringing your own pillows was an awesome idea. Shout out to Em for that. So yeah, we're gonna get stuck into this and then we'll see what we get up to on our first day. So this is day 1 lunch. Obviously Em, pescatarian, they've given her like a vegetarian option for lunch. Got the hamburger. You guys saw what we're getting this morning, but obviously some extras on the side. We got pretzels, juice box, water, chips. So yes, it is still day 1. I've made some extra space here by moving the couch out of the way. I think we found a game to at least entertain Em for a little bit.
Go!
I guess it's kind of like doing sled runs, I guess. Kind of looks like a workout, right? The storm's rolling in. So this is gonna be my life in Brisbane now. Constant storms and stuff. It'll be warm and hot, unlike in Melbourne. There'll be constant thunderstorms.
No, only during this time of year.
Oh, it's only for six months of the year.
Yeah, and then you're fine.
Oh, yeah, cool.
80, 90, 20 for how old you are. Update, nobody's waved to us.
This is the view. It's not bad actually. I don't mind going for a walk in that park. And here's dinner for the second night. It is grilled fish, green pea soup, which I don't like peas, so I don't know how green pea soup's gonna taste. Profiterole, potatoes, pumpkin, corn on the cob, solo. That's the first full day of food. This is the menu from day 2 for us breakfast. I didn't get this morning, we were kind of too hungry. But basically it was cereal and croissant. But this is lunch, so I got the Aussie beef pie with wedges. Surprise, surprise, Em's one is a vegetarian one with wedges. Have a lamingtons, fruit, salad, water, ice cream, which is not on the menu just then, I showed you. So that is lunch for today. To be fair, those meals aren't too bad, but I still travel with protein whenever I do travel, like I always have over the years, because, you know, when you're getting takeout and stuff, not that this is takeout, obviously the hotel is actually delivering us meals. Not super high in protein, but as always, still do travel with good old protein itself. And as always, it is from Ghost. My choice in flavor of protein to travel with is marshmallow cereal milk for sure. You guys can see the real marshmallow pieces inside there. It is my now new favorite. So if you guys want to grab anything from Ghost, protein, pre-workout, you guys can check them out. Link in the description box down below. And if you use my code PRIEST, that will save you guys 20%. So this is our view during the day. Unreal day outside. It's actually 27 degrees. I think like 81 Fahrenheit currently. We're obviously stuck in our room. Gonna be honest, the balcony would be nice. But anyway, just have to kind of sit and wait to be released and set free. So to answer that question, because obviously I've been posting on Instagram and stuff so far while we're here, this video is still gonna go live while we are still here in hotel quarantine. I've been getting heaps of messages of why we have to hotel quarantine and why we're in Brisbane. Sorry to everyone if you have messaged me that and you're watching this, haven't replied. Been saving for the video, you know? So if you're also watching this, I'm gonna need to help real quick. If you guys can just hit that like button, please. Maybe comment something down below. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm. It's just burying my videos right now. I'm not sure why. It is what it is, but if you guys could help me out, just like this video, comment something would really help me out with the YouTube algorithm. That would be great. But to answer the question why we are in Brisbane in hotel quarantine, you may have been able to guess, but we're moving to Brisbane. So yeah, packed up everything in Melbourne. There's obviously still some things to sort out with the house back in Melbourne, what we're going to do with that. This kind of has been obviously in our plans for a while. Just timing wise and everything is just kind of happened to work out now, obviously with both of us transferring up to Brisbane from being based in Melbourne. I'm sure you obviously have a fair few questions about why Brisbane and stuff. Main reason, Em is actually from Brisbane. Some of you will know that, some of you won't know that. She is originally from Brisbane. A lot of her friends and family are here. She went to school here growing up, so we've decided to make the move up to Brisbane. I don't really want to talk about it too much in terms of Melbourne and stuff because my family's still in Melbourne. I'm sure I'm going to get homesick. Obviously it's just a flight away, you know, they'll come up and visit and we'll go down there and visit. Just leaving obviously where I grew up and stuff in Melbourne. So yes, we're both still going to be flying here in Brisbane. That's one of our pros of our job. We can still do it obviously just from a different base, so there's nothing obviously new or anything like that for us, obviously, apart from car parks and all that sort of stuff. You know, we just transfer base, so from Melbourne to Brisbane, which we've both managed to align at the same time, which is great. That was one of our worries, obviously, moving to Brisbane, getting that all kind of to line up at the same time, obviously being in different companies, but that has lined up. Still hunting for a house here in Brisbane to purchase and then move into. Obviously we have a place in the interim from the hotel to go stay at while we're obviously searching for a house there. A lot of the messages as well have been like the reason why we are in a hotel up in Brisbane, even though it's literally just an interstate flight, obviously from Victoria to Queensland. If you're not from Australia, it's just an interstate flight. We've obviously arrived here now and we have to be in a hotel room quarantining for 2 weeks. And the long story short, what that is, it's just the Queensland government rules right now. So if you're coming from Victoria or New South Wales, which are 2 states in Australia, coming in Queensland, you then have to quarantine in a hotel for 2 weeks. They will shortly be opening up home quarantine, but Em and I, we were already waiting for like 7-8 weeks actually, like to get a border pass actually to allow us to come into Queensland. We were waiting 7-8 weeks for that to happen, and then we finally got a call saying we've been allowed to come into Queensland and enter hotel quarantine. And if we kind of kept waiting obviously for home quarantine to become available for us, they might have even approved in November, and then we'd be kind of going into December, and obviously just flying would be getting pushed back more and more. Up in Queensland, they're actually on a full-time flying roster currently, and in Melbourne we were like getting 1 week of work and 3 weeks of stand down, and then that 1 week of work I had, all the flights have been cancelled anyway, so I haven't flown for quite a few months. I'm still within my 45-day currency, so all I have to do when I come back is fly with a training captain just to do like a reval flight. I'm still within my 90-day currency of 3 takeoff and lands within 90 days because I did have my sim in September, so that covered me for that. The reason we're having to hotel quarantine is because of the Queensland government, so it's not by choice, but it's just what we have to do to be allowed into Queensland and then obviously be set free out into the Queensland world. It's not going too bad so far, to be honest. If you are wondering about Otis, he is of course coming with us, so he's currently in a kennel, and then he's coming up by road transport to obviously join us, because obviously in this hotel room can't be with us for the 2 weeks unfortunately. So yes, Otis is obviously coming with us up to Brisbane. Hotel quarantine is going to cost us about $4,000. Yeah, it's not ideal, but maybe that wasn't for us. But in that, they obviously give you your 3 meals every day. So the next video I'm going to do like a day in the life in hotel quarantine or something like that, just to go a bit more in depth in that. Obviously this video is going to go a bit long, especially now with this little chat about explaining everything. I hope that answers kind of the questions about obviously why we're up in Brisbane and obviously why we're in a hotel for 2 weeks. If not, comment down below if you guys want to know something else that I haven't answered. I'll get back to you, answer that for you. But in the next video, we'll go a bit more in depth, obviously, about what it's actually really like during hotel quarantine and stuff. There may be some good news. We may actually be able to transition from here into home quarantine. Obviously, if those rules change, we've obviously talked to the police and stuff downstairs by phone, because we can't leave our room, about if the rules do change to home quarantine. Then they have said that Queensland Health will be in touch and we can transition from hotel quarantine to home quarantine. Obviously, if those rules change, we'll have to sort out a few things there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's good to be obviously back out doing some sort of travel videos and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the last video. That was, you know, something we wanted to do before leaving Melbourne. We did know obviously that we were very shortly after that coming up to Brisbane, so it was good to get some travel video in for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that like button for me, and if you are new here and are still sticking around, thank you for watching. Do really appreciate it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll be first to be notified whenever a new video does come out. But thank you guys. This is a new chapter in our lives, and up to Brisbane is going to be a big change for me. Obviously still a big change for Em, not as big obviously because she's from Brisbane originally, so yeah, lifestyle's going to be pretty different. Weather's going to be pretty different. Going to be some big adjustments to be made, but we're excited to bring you guys on this journey with us still. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. You guys are all keeping well, keeping safe wherever you are in the world. Hopefully you're not in hotel quarantine or anything like that, and you're out enjoying freedom wherever you are in the world. But we'll see you guys next video.